Hello. We've about reached the end of the holiday season, which means it's time to make all those New Year's resolutions. If you're like me, the first resolution is to diet because I ate way too many goodies this holiday season. But as far as a caregiver goes, you really need to make some New Year's resolutions that will help you to have a little bit more success as a caregiver in the new year. I mean, let's face it, caregiving is super tough. You're always overwhelmed. You're constantly feeling like you're under pressure to do something or do more. And so these resolutions will definitely help you have a little bit more balance in the coming year. Hi, it's Robin with SeniorSafetyAdvice.com. Tune into our channel for tips and hints for seniors and caregivers about aging in place safely. So, the first resolution for caregivers of senior parents is to make sure that you set boundaries. When you love someone and you're trying to help them, it's easy to just say, anything that you want, I will do. If it's within my power, I'll be happy to help you with it. That is a recipe for burnout. It's just too much stress for anyone. So make sure that you set boundaries with your parents. Tell them things that you cannot do. If there's a certain, I don't know what, your mother wants you to clean out the cabinets. Well, if you can't do it because, you have a bad back or you can't get on a stool or whatever, then don't do it. Ask somebody else for help or whatever. But the big thing really is set boundaries and make sure that you stick to those boundaries as much as possible. Resolution number 2 is managing your stress. It's overwhelming at times to be a caregiver, as you know, and so having a way to manage that stress is going to help when you really are becoming overwhelmed and too stressed. So, some of the ways that you can do this: deep breathing exercises in the moment. Doesn't sound like it would help a lot, but sometimes just taking a step back and taking some calming breaths can help to diffuse a situation if you're getting upset. Another thing that you can do is journal. You're writing down your thoughts. You're getting those things off your mind because you're putting them on paper, and you can let them go. You can throw the paper away afterwards. You can keep it to read later if it's got things in there, details that you want to remember. But the important thing is to just get those things off your mind, out of your mind and onto the paper so that you can let them go. Another thing you can do is take a short walk, even if it's just around the block. If you're overwhelmed, that will help to manage your stress, to get your head out of that space and out of the setting, whatever. It'll give you a nice little mental break, and then you can go back into the situation and you will be slightly less stressed. So, other good things would be like having a massage. If you schedule some quiet time for yourself, which is going to come up in another resolution, but things like that will help you to reduce your stress levels. Resolution number 3, resolve to keep your schedules. Keep a schedule, set a calendar for yourself, set a calendar for the person who you are caring for. On their schedule, of course, you're going to have things like doctor's appointments, times that medications need to be taken, activities that you're going to do, things like that. On your schedule, you need to really take and schedule time for yourself because, again, most caregivers don't get that extra time. So on a Monday at 3 p.m., you're going to sit down and you're going to just quietly read for half an hour. Or on Tuesday at 4 o'clock, maybe you'll sit down and you'll have some snacks and you'll take a walk. I don't know. You'll watch a favorite television show for half an hour, something like that. But it's very important for you to keep a calendar both for yourself and for your care recipient. It just helps to keep things more in control. You're more organized. It does reduce stress, I promise you. Resolution number 4, I will resolve to love myself and forgive myself. So you want to make sure that you try and notice when you are talking negatively to yourself. You don't want to say things like, oh, you're so, to yourself, like, oh, you're so stupid because you forgot that, or, you're not a very good caregiver because you didn't do such and such. Don't do that. It's just not helpful for you, and it's not going to help the situation. And again, you're doing the best that you can do under the circumstances. When you notice that you're engaging in self-talk, in negative self-talk, make sure you go for a walk or you do something to distract yourself somehow from that. Even if you just change activities, you take a few minutes to go sit quietly in the restroom or in a bedroom somewhere or whatever, just to kind of gather your thoughts and calm down. It can also be very helpful for you to join a support group. That way you have the benefit of listening to other people who are in the same position that you are. So you'll find then that you're not the only one who does make a mistake on occasion. And those people will help to bolster you and tell you that you are doing a good job, because you are doing a good job. It's very difficult to keep juggling all of these different things, your things, the person's things. It's very hard. So please don't be so hard on yourself this year. Resolution number 5, and it goes along with the other one that we just talked about, is you should resolve to ask for help and to accept help. It's always difficult to ask people for help. We all kind of want to be super person and get everything done and do it on our own, but that's not always possible. So if you're not in the habit of asking family members or friends for help, resolve to do that in the coming year. They a lot of times would like to help you, but they just don't know what to do. So one thing that can be very helpful for you is to ask them to do specific tasks. So if your mother has to go to the doctor's appointment on Thursday at 1 o'clock, ask your sister if she will take her. Ask a good friend of your mother's in this particular case if they would take her. It takes one thing off the plate for you, and it allows you to either get other things done or give yourself some quiet time. So definitely think of specific tasks that somebody can do to help you. Resolution number 6 is to try and find the joy. It's not always easy to do that, but sometimes if you are overwhelmed, you tend to look more for the negative. This didn't work right. This, didn't turn out the way I expected, whatever. But if you can instead reframe that and look for the joy, you can say, oh, how nice it was that, I don't know what, we got mom to the doctor 5 minutes early. It was really nice. Traffic wasn't bad. I'm really glad that I made that meal for my dad and he loved it. Think about those positive things and try to find the joy in things. Where am I? Number 7, resolution number 7, say no. It does not matter who the person is, how much you think they deserve to have your help in something. If you are overwhelmed and you have so much on your own plate, say no and stick to it and give yourself permission not to feel guilty about it. There's only so much that you can do in a day. That person that's asking, hopefully has other people that will help them out, but it's not your responsibility to help everyone. So again, give yourself permission to say no and not feel guilty about it. Resolution number 8, the last one, is if you are finding that you are depressed or you're anxious, you're feeling so stressed and overwhelmed, and you just feel like there's nowhere to turn, please resolve to seek help. If you are not in a good space, it's very difficult for you to carry through and be productive and do all the things you need to do. You really need to focus on yourself in this situation and make sure that you take time for yourself if you are depressed or you're anxious, and get the help that you need so that you can be healthy and you can continue to help the person you're caring for. And that same thing goes along with your own health concerns. Don't forget to make sure that you go to the doctor, to the dentist, you keep up with all those things so that you can stay healthy to help the person you're caring for. So as I said, that was the last resolution on my list. Is your list any different? Do you have anything that you think would have been a higher priority or should have been on my list that I didn't think of? If so, please make sure you drop them in the comments below, because I'm sure somebody else is going to feel the same way and they'll be able to make that a resolution for this coming year as well. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. It helps our algorithm so that we stay up high on the YouTube list, so to speak, so that more people can see our videos. Speaking of that, if you know somebody who could benefit from the video, please be sure to share it with them. And also, as always, don't forget to subscribe over here and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our informative videos. So thank you very much for watching. Esther and I here at Senior Safety Advice, we wish you a happy and healthy and prosperous and joyous new year. Thank you again for watching. Until the next video, take care. Bye.